Yo, what's good, my people? It's your boy, Big Chris, aka the Compton Animator, and I'm here to give you WWE Smackdown review for January 3rd, 2014. Happy New Year's, my people. So, this is the first Smackdown of the new year. We're kicking off a whole new year of my wrestling reviews and a whole new year of WWE. Let's get this started. So, the show starts off with a video package for the Wyatt family, basically showing what happened with Daniel Bryan on Monday Night Raw. This is the first, I would say major show, even though Main Event's kind of a major show for them. No, not as a major show, but this is their first hardcore story-driven show that actually, after Daniel Bryan joins the Wyatt family, and the first time we see any other members of the Wyatt family on a show. So, they show a video package for what happened on Monday night with the Wyatt family and Daniel Bryan, but the first main segment of the show is the Shield coming down to the ring. All three members come to the ring, and you get Dean Ambrose, who cuts a promo, basically, trying to assure the audience that the Shield are still strong and they're still trying to be dominant into the new year and going, into this year to be another year of the Shield. Every member of the Shield gets on the mic and basically gets on the same type of promo that they're all strong, but you can see hints of them, looking at each other when they say certain words, showing that, there is still, some animosity between all the guys of the Shield. I really liked the beginning of this promo. It was very fun to watch. All these guys are great characters, and especially with Dean Ambrose kicking it off, it set up the right amount of hype and the right amount of, just a little bit of craziness in there that, that got every other one of the guys to, react to it. So that was very fun to watch. The Usos entrance came out right next, and we got the Shield, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus the Usos in a tag team match with Dean Ambrose on commentary. A pretty nice little match here. Dean Ambrose was very good on commentary, as he has been for a few times. This is I wouldn't say it's by kind of a basic numbers for the Shield and the Usos. They didn't put on a bad match here. We've seen this a few times, but it was a pretty nice match here. It ends with a DQ after the Usos were basically about to get looked like they're about to get a win on the Shield, and Dean Ambrose came and tripped them up, and they start their attack. CM Punk comes out to help, and the Shield retreat. Vicky Guerrero comes out and sets up the main event. So it was a pretty good match there. I like the way it ended. Kept the Shield with their whole thing of, it's not the match that they're trying to look to win, but the domination at the end that they're trying to get. It's all about the war, not the in-between battles. So after that, we get... So yeah, the Usos win that by DQ, but the Shield kind of come over after a beatdown, and CM Punk comes out of there and, helps out to kind of set up the main event. So next, we get... If I can find it... Okay, here we go. If we get a match with Fandango and R-Truth. R-Truth has... Xavier Woods on commentary. We get an okay match here with R-Truth and Fandango. Xavier Woods basically was on commentary, explaining himself and putting himself more over. Towards the end of the match, R-Truth is getting kind of beat up, so Xavier Woods does his thing where, he stands on top of the announce table and calls out the Funkadactyls, gives the distraction for R-Truth, and they get the win, which I still feel is a little hellish of a move for him to do, but I guess it kind of works, a little bit. They all dance after R-Truth wins this match. Not Fandango, but all the black people dance. It was also a funny joke on the commentary where Xavier Woods asks Michael Cole what do him and R-Truth have in common, and he wanted them to say that they're black, but no, Xavier Woods goes, no, we dance together. But like Michael Cole and both JBL and Michael Cole just didn't say anything, so that was a pretty funny little thing right there on the commentary. But yeah, R-Truth wins here from the distraction, gets his finisher, then the pin victory. So yeah, pretty okay match. Nothing, to write home about. Next, we get a backstage segment with Renee Young and Big E Langston. Renee's basically asking Big E Langston about the thing that happened with Mark Henry on Monday Night Raw with Brock Lesnar. Big E Langston basically said that Mark Henry was going out for a wrestling match. He ended up getting into a brawl that he wasn't ready for, and ended up getting beat up. And Curtis Axel comes out laughing, and he says he's not laughing at Mark Henry, then says he is laughing at Mark Henry, and Big E Langston basically assured Curtis Axel that he won't be laughing after the end of their match. So I thought that was a pretty good segment right there for Biggie Langston. Curtis Axel still no charisma at all, even when he is trying to do a segment. But Biggie Langston, it looks like they're setting up something probably for Biggie Langston and Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble or something like that. So I'm not sure, but it was a pretty okay segment, backstage segment right there. Next, we get a match with Cody Rhodes and Goldust the Brotherhood versus Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, the Wyatt family, for the tag team titles. An okay match here. Not as good as one of their previous matches that they had, but it was a pretty okay match here with Goldust coming out with a roll up pin on one of the Wyatt family. You didn't have Bray Wyatt out there; you just had the chair sitting out there, so they can always throw it off that they didn't have their master out there to kind of guide them. So we're going to see where this goes. I think we might get another match here since it was a roll up pin, but yeah, it was a pretty okay match here. Nothing too great, but it was pretty okay. The Brotherhood gets the win. Next, we get a Divas match with Oksana versus Nikki Bella. They talk about how Oksana pinned Nikki Bella in that four girl tag team match on Raw. This match I think it got like four minutes or so, but which is kind of lengthy for a Divas match. They usually get like 2 or 3 minutes, not even that sometimes. But it was a singles match. It was a Divas match. The thing about this Divas match was that both Nikki and Oksana are like very, 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 very mediocre wrestlers. So for a match that got some time to it, I would have to say it was pretty it was a mediocre match. If you put it up against any other male match, it would go, wouldn't hold water. Even if you put it up against some Divas matches, it wouldn't hold water. But, as far as two girls who aren't looked at for their wrestling skills, it was an okay match for them. And it got some time, and they got a little bit of a groove in there, so it was okay for them. Nikki comes out with the win, doing her kind of backbreaker finisher. It's kind of like a torture rack finisher. I guess they call it the rack since she has big titties or something like that. Next we get next we get the actual match of Biggie versus Curtis Axel. An okay match here. Biggie Langston dominates for a while. Curtis Axel gets a little bit of offense in, but Biggie Langston ends up coming out with the win here. And it was an okay match. A good aggressive match to shut up Curtis Axel, and a nice little victory for Biggie Langston, and see where else he goes from here. Next we have I'm trying to see. Next we have a Bad News Barrett promo where Wade Barrett basically just shits on everybody's New Year's resolutions and said that they're not going to get skinny, they're not going to do anything that they set up for a New Year's resolution. They'll just be the same slobs that they were in the year before. So that was a pretty funny thing right here. Sorry about that. Fucking ear itch. I kind of started to like the Bad News Barrett segments. I thought they were funny when they were on the Michael Cole and JBL show, but I think they're bringing a little bit more character to Wade Barrett as a heel guy, and I like the way that they're doing this. Just hopefully they can put him in more matches along with these segments. I think that would be pretty cool. Next, we got the match with CM Punk and the Usos versus The Shield. It was an okay match here. Nothing too big. We got a pretty, how long was this match? With our first match, it was a pretty long match with the Usos and The Shield. Yeah, that was an over 11 minute match. And, we get another match that has some time to it too. So, we got to see a lot of the Usos versus The Shield tonight. And it was an okay match, another okay match. We've seen this before. But, like I said, it was okay for what it was. Yeah, it ends with CM Punk hitting Dean Ambrose with the GTS after kind of like Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns bump heads a little bit because Roman Reigns is trying to get Dean Ambrose to tag him in, and Dean Ambrose kind of like shows too much aggression and doesn't get it right. So yeah, it was an okay match there. Let's see. And yeah, I think that's the end of the show. CM Punk gets the win by GTS. The Shield kind of look back and kind of get angry at it, but yeah, that was it. We also had a video promo package to end the show where Bray Wyatt basically tells everybody in the, one of those little promo packages that he used to have before he came to the show, like when they was trying to debut him, where he was telling everybody that Daniel Bryan, what he says, he talks about how Daniel Bryan was lost and now he has a home in the Wyatt family. So basically, one of those creepy video packages say that Daniel Bryan is home. So yeah, it was an average show tonight, nothing too big. I think they put a lot into their show in Raw, and that was a really good show on Monday night. And they just basically, you can tell, was just putting all of their stuff into the Raw show. So yeah, I would have to give it a C+. I didn't think it was, it wasn't too bad. It was average. Yeah. So yeah, I give it a C+. You can find me on the internet. I got all my links to catch me on social network down at the bottom. I don't have a Facebook page that you can get to, so you can hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Tumblr, and you can contact me on YouTube as well. But yeah, okay, show tonight. Happy New Year. Animations to these videos will be coming soon, so you'll get to have some more fun watching those. And thank you for watching. Peace.